Right, the war has begun. And there's definitely a lot of boats getting cracked.
Cracking boats open like a bunch of crabs at a Japanese all-you-can-eat.
Yeah. Who am I stealing it from? That's the other question. Ah, I can get replaceable
Pretty sure
pieces.
it's me, right?
No, I think you're a bit behind. I'm stealing from Russia.
Hmm.
I was stealing from you before, but then I
Ah,
thought,
that's why I said it then, because I remember you having a spy that stole technology. So I thought it was just the same spy stealing more technology from me.
nah. It, eventually after I surpassed you, I realized that I was wasting my time having spies in your country.
He's not wrong.
Oof. Yeah. Alright, we'll just keep chucking ironclads at Novgorod until it collapses. Or something. Until the numbers look good on the scoreboard. That's pretty much what I'm going for.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, until I'm on top of Catherine. Yeah. Oh, Valletta is at... hang on. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. That's why we do this online. So I can't give him coronavirus.
Hey, that's definitely a good benefit.
Many distances away. Across.
Yeah, we're practicing good, not just social. Real.
Real distancing. That's good. That's good. Real distancing.
I think the world just needs to slow its roll. Everyone just needs to calm down.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Nah, you don't need more boats. Don't worry
War's
about
not
it.
going well, we need more boats.
Yeah, I noticed you dropped by like 100 in the standings.
Ah, did I?
Because you were at like 13 something.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
I thought I was at 11 something last time I was looking at it. We're gonna plop a spy in Valletta because we need it to happen.
I mean, you don't need it.
It would be very convenient if Valletta stopped being angry at me. It hasn't even sent any military units or anything, it's just angry at me.
Don't be mad at me.
I like to think that if I was president of the United States, I always like to believe
Which
in
you
government.
wouldn't be able to be, but hypothetically.
I mean, hypothetically. Well, hang on, you have to live in the United States for...
You have to be, I'm pretty sure you have to be born in the United States.
Oh, really? Well, what about Barack Obama? Was he born in the United States? Or was he born in Kenya?
From my understanding, he was born in Hawaii.
Ah, okay. You would know, as a US man. That's not my job to know. Yep.
You have to be a natural born U.S. citizen. You have to be at least 35. Be a resident in the United States for at least 14 years. And then there's some dequalification things.
You can't be German.
Such as if you've been impeached, you can't run again.
Oh. But if you just lost the election, you can have another go.
If you've sworn an oath to support the Constitution and then later rebelled against the United States, cannot be. Unless a 2/3 vote of each House of Congress decides to lift that disqualification from you. And then, of course, if you've already had 2 terms, you can't run for a term.
I don't understand that one. Because that was It was Franklin D. Roosevelt who introduced that one. He was the longest running president of the United States. And they introduced a law during his time, or not a law, an amendment to the Constitution saying you can't run more than 2 terms. I just did not understand that. There must have been some sort of opposition against Mr. Wheels himself.
Could be. I think it's just a nice idea to have fresh people in office and not have the same person.
Yeah, fresh like Trump, who's 70. That's fresh, isn't it? A fresh injection of enthusiasm and
Oh, I just meant
ambition.
fresh instead of having, like,
Same old
an
person.
emperor that we have in charge until they die, and then immediately passes it on to their son. It kind of is nicer to have a little more variety in the leaders.
Well, that's just the trouble with an inherited system of governance, where you've got someone who's in charge, but they've just been born into it, and whether they were raised properly to do the job is not clear until they've got the job, pretty much.
Take me back to the medieval age, Dad.
Yeah. So sometimes they're like, well, I am in charge. It isn't working out. Everybody hates me. And I'm unwell. I'm probably going to die next year. That's how it goes. If I was in charge of a country with significant executive power, I would... I believe that government is capable of making all the things happen that you want to happen. Like, positive action for poverty, positive action for employment. That there is a right way of doing things, but there's a lot of complicated things. So sometimes you got to put more eggs in one basket than the other, and you've got to have a big enough understanding of how it all works to be able to defend your government against your opposition and say, well, actually, we're working on this thing because once that thing gets good, then the other thing that is bad right now won't be so bad because this other thing's getting better, and so because that thing's better, it'll benefit the other thing. It'll be like that.
Yeah.
The very general understanding of how the world works.
I mean, it would definitely just be nice if the world could just stop. Stop with the bad things that are happening.
Yeah. It needs to have time out.
It's like very, very what should be obvious lines of thought, Yeah. Don't be racist.
Well,
don't be hateful. We're all human beings.
Not everybody has lived the same life, unfortunately, so they're not all gonna understand one another's point of view, and they're not all gonna be able to come to the same viewpoint and say, oh, I see where you're coming from, yeah, I'm completely out of hand here, I'm just going by what I've come to believe based on my entire life. And that's the way it goes.